Hi guys, welcome back to our podcast. On this week's episode, we're going to be talking about ways that we save money as a married couple in our 20s. And I'm excited for this conversation because I love talking about like money saving tips and all that stuff. I've always loved finding little ways that I can like save money ever since I was like a little girl. So I'm excited to share our ideas and things that we do. And if you guys have any that we don't mention in the podcast today, please drop those below in the comments because I love reading other people's tips and thinking of new things that we can add into our lifestyle.
I think it's good. I mean, it's beneficial, but at the same time, I will say this was a whole new world me walking into.
Yeah.
Going from how I did everything to now how I do stuff now.
Was it intimidating?
No, not really. It honestly kind of made
Was
me
it
happy
hard?
because it was nice to see the money.
Yeah. So take it from him.
Yeah. It was just nice to see.
Yeah. If you're a spender, because he was like a natural spender, so he had to like kind of change his habits.
Yeah. It was just nice.
Which that might be good for some people to hear because some of this probably is going to sound super like crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I will say that coming from just blowing whatever I wanted to, which is nice sometimes, but
yeah,
coming from that to this wasn't a hard change. It was made it easier that I had someone next to me that also wanted to do the same.
Yeah.
If I was by myself, the change would have been a whole lot harder.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because it's an accountability thing.
Yeah, I was always more of like a saver anyways. I just like saving my money, but I mean, so it wasn't as much of a like transition
You didn't
for me. I
change
just,
anything.
Yeah, I kind of just carried it into our marriage.
Kind of found more.
But we did want to mention before we like start talking about all the ways, our tips and stuff, that we do, is that we're probably not always going to do all these things that we mention right now. Like since we got married, we've been married for like a year and a half now, and we've been saving up for our house for the past year and a half.
Yeah, putting back pennies and dimes.
Yeah, so we've been doing all these things to save up for our house. So, I mean, once we get our house and stuff and all that, I don't know if we'll stick strict to all of these things, but
we'll probably continue to do our best, but we'll probably splurge a little bit more there and there.
In some areas. These are just the ways for right now that we've been able to cut back and that we've seen have been beneficial to us saving more money. And some of these things we'll probably always do. Some of the tips, but anyways, whatever. We can just get started. I just wanted to mention that. And we're not always perfect in all of these things either.
No.
Sometimes we blow it, but we do try our hardest, and it has really helped us to like save a lot more money toward our house.
Yes, very much so.
Okay, so the first little thing I have wrote down was that we buy used cars in cash.
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace is my favorite place.
Yeah.
It is by far the best place to find used vehicles. Used car lots are not going to be your best priority or your best option.
I don't know much about this.
They're there to make money. A lot of people on Facebook Marketplace are there to get rid of it and make a little bit of money. There are people on there that do flipping and things like that. There's people that will kind of scam you on a lot of the stuff that's on there. So if you do have a friend that's a mechanic or anything like that, please bring them with you. Have them look it over. Make sure they actually know what they're talking about and not just like, oh yeah, that looks good. Because we have run into people that are like, oh yeah, that's a great car, and then they buy it and it doesn't work out great for them.
So make sure you obviously are looking into it before you spend all your money on it, but that's been something that saved us money, is not having a car payment, like buying older cars that are cheap enough we can pay in cash and we don't have a car payment, we're not paying interest. So that's something I recommend to anyone. And you can find really nice cars for a decent price. Like buying used cars is such a ripoff because the moment you drive them off the lot, they
like it literally halves itself.
Yeah, like they go down in value so much. So That's something we'll probably always do is
Yeah.
buy used cars, probably nicer used cars, but we'll let somebody else drive it off the lot for us and
Yeah.
then we'll buy it.
Yeah.
So that was the first one I had. The second one was we do our own oil changes. And when I say we, I mean him.
Yeah. Well, it
But
just saves you so much money. It might not be
I think
quote
that does
unquote
save money. I don't know how much they charge
So
to
on
do it.
average, they normally charge anywhere from 50 to 80 depending on the car you have.
Okay.
And doing it yourself, the filter only costs like depending on your car. This really just depends on our vehicle. Oil is anywhere from 30 to 40, sometimes even more than that depending on your state. And filters are anywhere from $10 all the way up to $30. So it really cuts down
But
quite a bit.
They add labor costs onto it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it doesn't really matter how much you pay for the oil. Like just doing it yourself alone
Yes,
saves the.
it halves it basically.
So we have 2 cars.
Yeah.
One his car and my car. So it obviously saves us quite a bit of money between the 2 of our cars for him to change the oil for us.
And we
that-
drive a lot. We change our oil about every 2 months.
Yeah.
A little less actually.
So it'd be pretty expensive if we were paying someone to change it every time we needed an oil change.
Yeah.
And then the last one that I had wrote down kind of in like this car category was that we look for the cheapest place to get gas. So as he said, we drive a lot. Like we have a lot of miles on our car. We
Yeah.
are driving a lot of miles every week. We live pretty far from
Just
like,
about
the
everything.
city, whatever. We live out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So we have to drive pretty far for things, and he has to drive pretty far for work. So finding those cheaper places to get gas, like just we're always constantly, both of us when we're driving, watching out for what places are the cheapest and like telling each other like go here, this place is cheaper, like whatever. And to some people it doesn't matter, like you could be like, well, that doesn't really save that much money, but in the long run we are saving money because
Paying extra $3 there and there
a time
adds quite a bit. And we're
Adds
getting
very-
gas twice a week
yeah
is how much we're getting gas for probably each of us. Well, you might be even more.
Depends on the season. Like when I'm really busy with work and I'm driving a lot, it's 2 times a week or whatever. But right now over the winter it's been slower, so I've only been getting like once a week. But he works really far away, so every tank of gas, even if we can save those couple of
adds up.
dollars, it
So
adds up a lot.
Every week we're saving an extra like $4.
Yeah,
And that adds up over 52 weeks?
quite a bit of money.
Yep.
That could even be someone's coffee money for the week.
Yeah.
It's just saving on gas, which we know not everybody drives as much as we do.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of a special circumstance, but
That's just kind of what we have found to work best for us
Yeah.
because we do drive mostly highway. So there are a lot of gas stations that are by us.
Mhm.
So obviously we're not like driving through town trying to find the best
Yeah.
gas station. It's
just
just
as we're driving
the
by,
ones that we drive by, we make note of to
Yeah.
make sure when we come back we can get gas there.
All right, so the next category is kind of like clothes, makeup products, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
I don't know what that would be called, but whatever. The product section.
Yeah.
So the first one that I had was we save money by not getting special cosmetic things done regularly, and by that I mean like
My beauty supplies.
all your beauty supplies. I don't go get my hair done a lot. Like I'll go get it trimmed. I've never gotten it like done. Like I've
Yeah.
never gotten it dyed or bleached or whatever, any of that stuff.
I think you'll normally get it cut like once a year.
Yeah, which all the hair cutting people ignore that I said that. I know that's not a good thing. I want to go get it done more, honestly. I just normally forget about it, and then I'll be like, I haven't got my hair trimmed in a while, and then I'll go get it done.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you should get your hair cut and whatever.
Yeah.
But definitely the people who are like constantly getting their hair colored and
Dyed.
bleached and dyed and
New color every
yeah.
month.
all that can definitely be something expensive. And I know people like to splurge on that, and I think that's totally fine. But like what I'm saying is, in this season where we've been, that's not something I personally like would splurge on.
Mm-hmm.
That's never been like my thing, but I can see why people would want to,
Yeah.
and that's fine. But like in a season where you're like trying to save up toward a specific goal, that's definitely
Something
huge you can cut out.
Because nails alone, getting acrylics like $60?
Yeah, I was gonna
$80?
say that as well. With my nails, I've had seasons where I've gotten them more frequently.
There you go. Yep.
Lately I haven't been getting them. I think this is the first set. I have some on now that I got for my birthday. But I think that's the first set I've gotten in like 6 months or something.
Yeah.
It's been a while. And even that, like, I go to a super cheap nail salon,
Yeah.
which I literally told him this the other day. I was like, when we get out of the season of like saving a lot of money, like, I'm going to go to a nicer nail salon because the one I go to is cheap. Like, not everything is the nicest, you know?
Some of the stuff peels off. The
Yeah.
acrylics sometimes break before others.
They normally do a good job,
Yeah.
but just, I told him, I was like, it'll be fun to go, like, get a more, like, luxury nail experience later on when we, like, have the extra money to splurge on. But right now, if I do go get my nails done, I just go to the cheaper place that I know, you know, they work. They
still do an adequate job.
They do a good job.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's another thing. Nails, hair. I don't get like eyelash extensions or any of that. That's a lot of like upkeep and money as well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't really go get facials. I think I've gotten one facial in my whole life, which they're amazing. So if you have the money to splurge on them, like, go do it. But that's one thing, like,
yeah, I'm planning on it.
We should. They're so nice. I really want to go get another one. But just all that beauty stuff that you can like save so much money on. Beauty is so expensive. And I'm excited one day when I have like the money to splurge on it. But for now, I just try to like keep it to a small budget, not blow a lot of money on it. I try to like paint my own toenails. I don't go get my eyebrows,
your own toenails,
or have him paint them. Or I will wax my own eyebrows. That's something else I've started doing over the past couple years. Yeah, I'll wax them or tweeze them or whatever. That saves a lot of money as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something you can do at home. So just kind of like supplementing things that you can do at home versus like going out and getting them done. And even if it's just for a season, because like I said, all these things are like fun things. Like, I love going and like pampering myself and getting the services done. They're just really expensive. So if you are trying to cut back, that's a really good category to start.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I had buying drugstore makeup because I don't really shop at Sephora or Ulta. And I think I save a lot of money by not doing that, because you'll go in there and every makeup product is $40 to $60 for one item. And I can get like 5 of my regular items at like Walmart for the same price.
Yeah, and they honestly look almost similar. Like, there's a lot of stuff
they're
that's
probably
pretty
not
close.
They're probably not as great, but for someone who doesn't even know how to do makeup anyways, I feel like they work just as well. So that's a way that I save quite a bit of money, is by buying those drugstore products versus like the high-end name brand stuff. And I've been able to find like some good dupes too for like the high-end stuff that I've really enjoyed using, and they're honestly pretty great. So that's another way to cut out expenses, because buying makeup at those expensive makeup stores can be a lot.
Yeah. It is crazy, like, the difference between like how expensive girl stuff is.
Because I went in there, I got a gift card to Ulta for Christmas, and I went in there and it's crazy. I was like, well, I can pick out like 3 things and like that's all my gift card.
Yeah. That was a pretty good size gift card too.
Yeah. So it's just crazy how much more it is and how much you can go in and spend, which, like I said, even that, I'd love to go splurge on makeup, but that's just something that I'm choosing not to do to save money.
For now.
Yeah.
We also don't have necessarily a place to put it either, so.
Well, I mean, makeup just goes in my makeup thing, but yeah.
We'll get you a bigger one.
I don't need a bigger one.
Get you a big, nice one so you can put all your lovely stuff in it.
But maybe a vanity in our new house.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Well, I plan on it. That'll be the.
Okay. So the next one I have down is to buy secondhand clothes.
Oh, this is her wheelhouse.
Which a lot of people do this for like the environment and stuff, which I think is just an added plus. That's not why I do it, but I think that's an added plus too.
Yeah.
But yeah, literally, we hardly ever buy new stuff. We're not against buying new stuff. Like, it's not like we're like, we will never buy anything new. We do. But if we can get it used, why not save the money?
Yeah.
You can get stuff for so much cheaper.
Which a lot of the stuff that you find in there are like really nice. There's a lot of like name brand stuff that's like
Yeah.
almost not even half, like less than half of the price.
Because a lot of people, I feel like they'll buy nice stuff and then they'll wear it once, or they'll buy it, put it in their closet, never wear it, and then just like sell it or donate it or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's one way I love to save money. I will say I used to do a lot of thrifting, and now I like more to do consignment shops. They're a little more expensive than thrift stores, but they only buy like in style, in good shape clothing, so you don't have to dig through all the...
Don't have to go as deep as from
Yeah.
all the weird t-shirts and all the different stuff that doesn't
But
even match. Or
if you have the time and you want to do that, that would save you even more money to go to the thrift store, because their prices are a lot lower because they're not going through anything. They're just putting stuff out. Versus like the consignment store, they're actually having to sort through the stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's just like personal preference. But I've found that I actually like shopping at consignment stores now more than thrift stores. I don't go to thrift stores a lot, but I'm not against it. I think you can find really good things. You just have to have the time to go in.
Yeah, go and look
and
for
dig
a few hours
through everything. So that's why I really like consignment stores. And I've been able to find him stuff there, me, shoes, clothes, anything. Like if I have to buy something, I'll go check there first before ordering something new, because most of the time you can find something like really nice.
Yeah. Pretty brand new.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So the last thing we had in this kind of category was talking about how we take good care of our shoes and our clothes that we do have already.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't really like a money spending thing, but once
just taking care of your
stuff.
stuff.
Once you've bought it, just taking good care of it, because we both have like shoes and clothes that we had in high school that we just took really good care of, and so they still work today.
Yeah, they're still in style, I think. Some of them.
I don't know. But that is something that I think is funny, because I feel like a lot of people just throw stuff away or like whatever. But we just try to take like really good care of our stuff, keep our shoes nice, like keep them clean.
Big fan of clean shoes. I'll do that every once in a while, like once every 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, just trying to take good care of the stuff that we do have, especially when it is stuff that we've spent more money on. Like if we do buy nice pairs of shoes, we try to take really good care of them so they do last us for however many years they last, to make it really worth paying the money for those nice shoes. But yeah, that's just something else that does save you money. If you take good care of your stuff, it lasts longer, and then you don't have to buy stuff to replace it. Which is kind of common sense, but I just thought I'd add that in case anyone. Okay. We also, for grocery shopping stuff, we try to shop at the cheapest grocery stores. For us, this is like Walmart, and recently we've been starting to shop at Aldi's as well.
Big fan of Aldi's.
Yeah, we actually really like
awesome.
it. Yeah, we went through and we found a lot of stuff that we really like. We bought way too many snacks in there. But it is crazy. Like their stuff is quite a bit cheaper. It's not cheaper with everything compared to Walmart. I was comparing prices for different things. Walmart does have cheaper stuff for some of it, but I was able to find cheaper meat and produce at Aldi's, and cheaper snacks like cereals, breads, little snacks,
like meat roll stuff, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, they had a really good selection of that kind of stuff. But more like the paper goods and stuff like that was cheaper at Walmart. So we just kind of try to like weigh it out. I'll like get online and do the shopping on there sometimes so I can price match and kind of see which is cheaper. This might sound crazy to some people. Like this probably sounds crazy, but we're really trying to save the money.
Well, you think it's so much time, but in reality, it's an extra maybe 10-20 minutes to go out of your way to double check something. Also, don't go into the stores. This is something that I wanted to add to the list.
Yeah.
Order online if there's pickups, because the reason being, you go in there, if you don't have a list, or you do have a list, it's kind of rough list, you'll see things that you want, and you're already there, so why not just grab it?
It's proven. Like we prove it to ourselves every time. If I do a mobile order, we only get the things that we need, and I can see exactly how much it costs, and we're like we'll stay right in budget or around budget. But if we go inside to shop, it's bad. We'll walk
let's
by
get one
things.
of those. We need one of those.
Yeah, maybe we should get one of these and like, oh, that sounds good. And we'll like grab everything, and then we end up spending way more money than we.
Don't go in hungry either. That's
Yeah.
another terrible mistake that we've made. We walked in too many times with several cartfuls and walked out with stuff that probably should not have been bought.
Yeah, we because even with the grocery list, we still buy things that we don't need. So that's definitely the best option, is just to mobile order. We do mobile orders for Walmart. Not every Aldi has mobile ordering, but I think some do. So I think we're gonna try that out because it is a little tempting to walk through like Aldi's and not grab extra
produce.
stuff.
There's a lot of good there's a lot of really good
Hey,
stuff.
I did that the other day though. I went into Aldi's with a list and I was like, I'm not gonna buy anything that's not on the list.
Well, it's because I wasn't there.
I think I only bought one thing that wasn't on the list, and I drank it before I got home, so you didn't see it.
Oh, uh-oh.
I got one of those like healthy sodas.
Oh, those like fizzies, or was it the Blue Blaze?
I don't know, because there's two different like brands that do it, and I don't remember which brand I got. Was
it good?
It was a good substitute.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, I'd say definitely wasn't regular soda. It did not taste like regular soda.
What's that other one? What's the, like all the homeschool kids love it? The Crown? No, what is that?
What?
The Croyle?
Oh, LaCroix.
LaCroix. I couldn't think of the name.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that one's gross.
I'm sorry,
it's
that's
so nasty.
No,
For all
that's
y'all
so
who
bad.
drink that out there, y'all are sick.
Don't say that.
That's so gross.
Don't say that. A lot of my friends drink it.
Oh my goodness, it's gross,
Friends
and I
that
hate
you like,
it.
babe. Don't say that about them.
Oh my goodness, it's gross, and I don't care.
I know. I was talking to one of my friends about this the other day because she said she really likes them, and I was like, no, I've had them, and they're
flavor's
so bad.
just so, it's literally flavor. It's flavored bubble water. That's all it is.
I don't know. It's funny that you associated people who like it with homeschoolers. I don't know why you said that.
So, for some reason, outside of homeschool, I've never heard of anybody like drinking it. Outside of people I know that's in the homeschool community,
We're homeschooled, by
everyone
the way. In
else,
case you don't know.
Everyone else
we were homeschooled.
does not enjoy it,
What am
and
I
it
saying?
thinks it's nasty, and I don't appreciate that they're pushing it on me, and I don't want it.
Well, who's pushed it on you? They just
Well,
want
several
you to
people
try
are like,
it.
"Oh, you want it? You want some? Oh, I've got some of these bubble waters in
gross,
my
though.
fridge. It's disgusting, and I would rather just drink
They're
the
not
crap
called
that's gonna kill me
bubble
eventually."
waters. I think they're sparkling waters.
Gross.
Bubble waters? I don't know where you came up with that.
Oh, what's your next one?
No, I wasn't done talking about it yet. But anyways, it was good. I don't know. It wasn't as good as I was expecting. Like, I guess I was expecting to be more sweet. I got the root beer flavor, and it definitely tastes like root beer though.
That's good.
And it was like really strong, but apparently it's supposed to be like good for your gut and stuff. So
Okay, well, I mean,
I feel
I'll
like it
give
was
a
good
try.
enough. It was good enough that I would drink it. I would drink it. But if you really wanted like a sweet soda, it would be a little
I'm going
disappointing.
straight Dr. Pepper, baby. That's all it.
Okay. Next would be when you are grocery shopping to buy off brands of stuff, because I feel like we'll try the name brand stuff and then we'll try the off brand stuff, and I swear they're the same thing in like different packaging.
Yeah. Well, see, the weird part, their ingredients are a little bit different. Obviously, check your ingredients.
In some of them, yes. Yeah.
But the taste is literally the exact same. Like, we tried graham crackers from Walmart, and then we tried graham crackers from Aldi's. The Walmart was almost $1 more,
Yeah.
and the Aldi's was like $1 less, and they tasted the exact same. It's literally the exact same producer. It's just different labels. So
yeah, so
get the off brands.
definitely check the off brands. I mean, obviously we do check our labels to make sure we're not like getting something with something terrible in it,
Getting
but
gasoline in it or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time you can get cheaper items by just not buying the name brand.
Yeah.
At that point you're basically just paying for the brand.
Which is crazy. Listen.
Which, if you think about it, all the big
Controversial.
brands advertise, so that's why they are the brands that
That's
they
true.
are.
It's
All
true.
the knockoff brands don't advertise.
Controversial. Some off-brand cereal is better than name brand cereal. Hate me all you want, But
I didn't know
dinosaur
you thought
Cocoa
that.
Puffs are better than the name brand Cocoa Puffs. Just saying.
I don't know. I don't like
Just
Cocoa
saying.
Puffs. And then the last one I had in like the grocery category was to meal plan, because that's something I don't do. I don't do this all the time, but when I do, on the weeks that I do meal plan, it saves us a lot of money because I only buy the things that we need for those specific meals. And if we don't need it for a meal, then I don't buy it. And that saves us a lot of money versus like buying a bunch of random ingredients and then they might end up just sitting in the pantry or in the fridge and we don't actually use them for something that I make that week. So it's just a lot of extra money.
AKA produce that always sits in the bottom of our
Shut
fridge that we
up.
don't use.
Shut up. There's a lot of it in there right now. Oh my gosh.
That's okay.
I'm always like, we're going to eat healthy. We're going to eat lots of produce, which
well, listen,
I got it from
was your-
Aldi and it was pretty cheap.
Yeah,
so.
it was her birthday week, so we splurged on a lot of sweets this week, and we just didn't eat a lot of the stuff that was in there.
I don't even
But
know what I ate this week. This week has been insane. It's gone by so fast. I don't even know. Like this whole week, I don't even remember what I did or what I ate or anything. It's just been insane. But yeah, there's a lot of produce in the bottom of our fridge, and I hate wasting food so much. So we're gonna try to still eat it before it goes bad.
yeah, hopefully it's not disgusting.
Okay, so the next category that I thought we could talk about is like eating out category, which we do not always follow all of this, I will say. Some weeks when it's like something special going on, like last week was my birthday, we did not stick to this. We ate out way more and like all that stuff.
A little splurge this month.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we don't carry it.
Well,
on.
okay. Sorry, a little splurge last week. My bad.
But on like a week-to-week basis, normal weeks, we tried to like stick to this.
Mm-hmm.
So we try to only eat out on date nights or when we like absolutely need to.
Yeah.
So we do like a once a week date night and we'll go eat out then. And, you know, we try to get like something reasonably priced.
Under $30.
We're not like super like, we're going to get the cheapest thing on the menu. We want to enjoy our date and like it's our once a week to go out. So we'll get a nice meal, but we also try not to get like, you know, the steak or something crazy.
Yeah. Under $30 is a middle ground
we try
for
to set
us.
like a number, like we're gonna try to eat this date for like $30 and let's just try to stick to that, and then we kind of just get meals based around that and whatever.
Which we've already talked about a little bit about in previous episodes.
Yes, we talked about in our date idea episode, or I don't know what it was, but we talked about like how we go out to eat cheaper and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, just setting that like number of like how much you want to spend on the date helps us to save money. And then when I say we only eat out when we need to, if we're gone all day and we can't really easily take food with us.
Yeah.
Or we have something going on.
Yeah.
We're eating out with friends, something like that.
We're already out. There's it's dinner time. We didn't think about it. Like something stuff when you actually need to, not like, oh, well, I'm on my way home, so I might as well pick up something while I'm here. Just wait till you get home.
We try to do that. We're not, like I said,
we got McDonald's at home type deal, you know?
Yeah. We, what?
The classic running joke of like, girl, we got McDonald's at home.
What does that mean?
It just never mind. Never mind. It's one of those things.
We got food at home?
Yeah, we got food at home. Like
my mom. You say we got McDonald's at home?
My mother, when I was raised up,
when I
asked for McDonald's, she was like, "We got McDonald's at home," type deal.
Why would
like
she
we
say
have
that?
food at home. Basically, is what she was saying. She's like, "You don't need McDonald's. We have stuff at home." That's essentially what she's saying.
Okay, well, I did not get that at all.
Oh,
so thanks
goodness.
for clarifying. My mom would always say that too. She'd be like, "We have food at home. We don't need to eat out," which is true. Honestly, it's a lot better for you. But we just try to like cook as much as possible. Obviously, there's days where I'm like, I do not want to go home and cook.
Listen, cooking in, I say this, air fryer meals. That's sometimes our cooking. Sometimes it's
not. I'd say we save money on that though, because we do cook a lot of food. We don't really get a lot of like heat up foods.
Yeah.
Which I think saves a lot of money. But every once in a while, if we don't feel like cooking and
we
we're
got
like,
some on backup, you know.
if we're at the grocery store and we don't feel like cooking that night, we'll be like, hey, let's grab something we can like heat up in the air fryer really quickly, and it ends up saving us money versus like going to get food out
For $20.
It's still saving us money. It might be more expensive than cooking, but it still saves you the money to just get something and throw it in the oven versus going to like a restaurant and it being like 2 to 3 times more expensive.
Yeah.
Anyways, we also try not to buy special drinks daily. So we don't go get daily coffees. We don't go get daily energy drinks or whatever that is for everyone. I know everybody kind of has a special drink.
Yeah.
Not that we don't enjoy these things.
Oh my gosh.
Or those things, whatever. We love coffees and energy drinks and all that. Clayton would drink one every day if I let him.
I am guilty of this area. This is probably the worst one that I struggle with due to the sheer fact of where I work, they have a lot of like this stuff just laying around, and it's really cheaper than stores.
Like vending
so
machine
it's
type
easier to just go up there like, oh man, this sounds really good. And I walk past it all the time. So this is somewhere that I struggle still, but I'm getting better slowly but surely.
Really? I think it's getting worse.
No,
I think it's getting worse.
I haven't bought one in like 2 weeks.
No, you bought one like last week.
No,
Yeah,
it was
you
2
did.
weeks. It was 2 weeks.
You did.
It was 2 weeks.
But yeah, also another drink that we don't get is sodas. Like we don't buy that for the house.
Yeah, we don't keep that at the house, which is good. I think
that's a good thing. We only get it on like special occasions like our date night or something.
Not
like
even
that.
that.
Not always. I'm just saying sometimes.
Yeah.
We'll get one on a date night
Yeah.
or like if we're running errands in town or something. But that saves a lot of money because the people that get daily coffees, that's a lot of money. We do drink energy drinks sometimes, but we try to buy those in bulk and then just space them out and not drink them.
Yeah, I drink
every
one
day.
on Monday and Friday, and then that normally saves it. Sometimes, if we got a really early morning on some day during the weekend, I'll drink another one, but I really try to stick it to Monday and Friday.
Yeah. So that's about, I think, most of when we drink it. We'll get coffee every once in a while.
Yeah, every once in a while, if we have like
that.
something that's 50% off or like
Yeah, if we watch out for those coffee deals that
Oh,
they send
man.
out.
the apps is all we look out for.
And then another thing that we do is we try not to spend money on extra like outside activities. So like on the weekends, a lot of people will go do activities that are pretty expensive. We don't really do that. We will every once in a while. Like I'm not saying we don't ever do this, but not every weekend are we like, oh, let's go do this, let's go do that. Like all these extra things that you can end up spending a lot of money on.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that has saved us quite a bit of money. Which no hate to people that do that every weekend.
No, I mean
but
everybody has their own thing. If that's your thing, sure, splurge some money
like
on
we
that.
totally would. We're just like in the season of like saving money.
Hunkering down
So.
and saving money.
Like, and with all these things, we're not saying any of these things are bad. We're just saying they're things
This
that
is
we
stuff
try to
that
cut
we're
out
trying to cut out.
to save money. Like these have been the easiest things for us to like cut out while we're trying to save money. But I don't want it to come across as like we're shaming people who spend their money on this
it
stuff.
also does make it easier that we do live out in the middle of nowhere, not to go do things as
Yeah,
much because
that's true.
we kind of like get home and then like, oh, we got another 30-minute drive back to wherever
if we
want to
do something. So then we just end up staying home. So if you want to save money, just move out into the middle of nowhere. You'll never spend any money.
Yeah,
Low key, this has been really good for us.
it's true.
Because I feel like once we move closer to town, it's going to be real bad. We're going to have a lot more self-control.
We'll build it.
Because right now we're just lazy. We're like, we don't want to drive to town to spend the money.
Yeah.
So we just stay home. But later on, we live close to town. We're going to be like, well, we could just run to the store real quick.
Nah, it'd be all right. We got it.
Okay. So we're kind of getting to the end of the like ways that we spend money. The last 2 things that I had written down was budgeting. We try to do a budget, or we don't try. We do a budget. We don't always successfully stick to the budget, but at least having those numbers out there, just kind of having an idea, has been really good for us. And yeah, I just try to like update it once a week and kind of just keep him updated on like how much money we have left in certain areas and like whatever. we're not super strict with it. We should probably be a little more strict with it. But
It's just kind of a guideline to kind of help us where we know where the money is going.
And if we do overspend in an area, that way we can kind of be like, we need to do better than that because we way overspend that area.
Yeah. Seeing red numbers is not always great on that budget.
Yeah, which you don't see them.
I see them. I
but
see
sometimes
them. You always
I'll
send me
in
pictures.
I didn't send you a picture today. I did the budget today.
Oof.
I didn't send you a picture. And we were like
surprised you didn't.
Super overspent in like the.
It was your birthday week.
Yeah, in the spending category, we're super overspent this month.
Oh wow.
But whatever. Like we said, it happens sometimes. We're not always perfect, but we try to stick to it. And then the other thing is price comparing. So literally everything we buy, we try to compare prices. Clothing pieces, groceries, gas, like pretty much we've mentioned this with all the other categories, but we're just trying to compare anywhere you can to get a better price. Obviously, sometimes you need to look and see what's the better like product. Make sure you're not getting something that's super terrible, but if you can get a better price somewhere else, just do the little bit of extra work, research it, and get the better price. And then the last thing we wanted to talk about was ways that we want to try to save money in the future. These are things that we don't currently do, but things that we want to do in the future. We just thought it'd be fun to like bring this up and talk about it.
Yeah.
So the first one is me giving Clayton haircuts because right now he goes and gets his hair cut.
I'm about to get cooked. My hair is
going
to
be
cooked.
You're about to get cooked? What is that supposed to mean? He's literally tried to convince me to cut his hair before, and I'm like,
well, I wanted to see how bad it would be.
That.
You know, just kind of want to see how it looks and
how bad it would be.
How you would do.
You know what I should do? I should like pay my friend to show me how to cut.
Yeah.
Hair.
See what happens.
I didn't even think about that. I could do that. So maybe I should do that. But yeah, I just want to learn how to cut his hair because that's an extra expense that we have to pay someone else to do, and he has to kind of like take time to schedule it, go into town, all that. So it'd be a lot easier if I could just.
Which I only ever go like every 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's an extra expense.
It's true.
So, anyways,
it's an extra $25 that I spend. So.
Yeah. So I mean, I like when you get your haircut, obviously, but I'm just saying if I could learn how to do the haircut you like, that would save us some money. The next thing is we really want to have a like meat cow that we like get butchered and then have the meat because a lot of our family does that.
Yeah. And
it saves them so much money. Like right now we're paying $7 a pound for beef, and I think our family has gotten it for like $3.50 a pound or something by doing their own like cow.
Yeah.
So it's a bigger cost up front, but it ends up saving you so much money. So we're hoping to do that at some point in the future.
That'll hopefully be within the next 2 years.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
That'll be within the next 2 years, hopefully. We're really trying to push towards being more self-sufficient, doing our own produce, having our own meat cow, really just trying to push towards being self-sufficient in the sense of like that, because the more you buy from produces and stuff like that, you're adding in all the labor, all the time and shipment and all this other stuff. So that is one that I think would be really good for us and for anyone really to do, because you just get a lot more cleaner.
Not everyone has time to do that kind of stuff, but we're hoping in the future we'll be able to like do some of the more of this when we have our own house. Like going along with what he was saying, like we also want to start our own garden and like raise our own produce. Whenever I'm more of like hopefully like a mom, stay-at-home mom versus like
girly
running my business, I'll probably start baking a lot more, making like bread and stuff. I kind of started trying to do that like this past winter, but I get busy and then I just don't have time to do it. So that'll probably be something that I'll do a little more when I have more time. And then I also want to start doing canning.
Got all the stuff for it.
I got a canner for Christmas. I asked for it. And so I got a book about canning. And so I want to learn how to can so we can like do our little garden and then can the produce and have all of that to last us during the winter. I just think that'd be super cool and it would save us money.
Yeah. I want to do a root cellar so bad. that's for like another thing, but I want to do that as well.
He's never even said that to me before.
I want to do that so bad. It's so cool. It's so sufficient, and you don't have to worry about like, I don't know how well it would do here in Oklahoma, but
I don't know. And then the last thing I had on the list was we want to start buying in bulk. Right now we don't live close enough to like a Costco or a Sam's to really like pay for our membership and get good use out of it. But that is something that we want to start doing in the future. When we move a little closer. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. That's everything I had wrote down. I can't really think of anything else. I think we covered quite a bit. They're probably thinking we're a little crazy by now.
Please, like I said, we always enjoy seeing new ways to save some money there and there. Yeah. Whether it be pennies, dimes, or dollars, it doesn't really matter.
Comment your ideas below. I will definitely read all of them and probably steal a few of them from you. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode and found it interesting. And like we said, this is just our season right now. This is what we're doing to help save money toward our future house and be able to put as much money toward that as we can. So these are the things we're kind of like implementing. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed the episode and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already.
I was going to say, if you're still here, please
make sure to subscribe. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.